probably get the dog in here soon. We'll figure that out. Just waiting to see if volume's working. Let's watch now. Okay, so Twitch is great. Let's check YouTube. YouTube is also great, albeit on like a 5-second additional delay compared to Twitch. So Twitch is like a 5-second delay. YouTube's like a 10-second delay. All right. So back to what we've been working on for the past week. The good news is I'm pretty sure I'm over the major hump, namely the let me get OBS up. I'm over the major hump of getting remove member to actually work after overhauling it a 4th time. All right. There is one other thing I still have to do for remove member though, and that's just it's a visual thing that I have to make sure of. And that is all right, this is a remove member. But basically, it's when I change the party leader, I need to make sure, or when I remove the party leader, I have to make sure the party leader's client side party is also removed, essentially. And I thought this would already happen. Oh, wait. Wait, what? What did I do here? Oh, I see what I did here. Okay. Okay. But this is already, so this is already updated. It's just that I need to I think I actually have to go into the update party function. Load party is fine for now. I have to grab the remote and essentially fire it for the party leader alone. Yeah, I think that's ultimately what's going to happen. Remote event fire client. Player update party. This is going to be nil. I'm going to test with this. That's if you leave the party. The thing is, the way this works now, update party kind of still works. I can probably update the update party thing to remove 90% of this though, because the reason why this is so long is because I was trying to calculate the person that left and then basically sending this to the person that left. But I don't think I actually have to do that anymore. I think now I can actually just get rid of this. Then down here I can get rid of this. pressed an extra button there. I didn't know if it did anything, so I just undid everything. We can get that out of there. So all we're doing here is setting this equal to party if it's not already equal to party. Then if party exists and members exist within party, then do all this jazz. If the player exists on the server, which I think instead what I'm going to do is local current player is equal to, did I do it here? Yeah. V1. Do I use I anymore? Yeah, I do. So we're going to do if current player, just in case V3 isn't totally updated. In fact, there's a chance that I just remove V3. V3 again is just the player, and in that case I just have to use player service get player by user ID each time. But I feel like that would be better than having different tables for the server and the data store, because the data store can't hold the player instance. That's the problem. Current player get attributes. So if it doesn't equal to, yeah, this is just a check to make sure that they're in the right party, and if they're not, then remove them and update the data store as necessary after you've removed the member, obviously. Then update the party and clear out. Update the party using the same. It's a circular logic kind of thing, but clear out of the old one. Then if that went through, then you send a remote to. We'll just do current player. I'll try to get away from using V3 because there is a possibility I just get rid of V3 entirely. All right, and this is what we're basically planning on working on today. Well, depending on who ends up joining the stream or the chat, really. Yeah, I am gonna comment that out for now. Let's start from scratch here. So I want to go into data store handler, just open up a new data store. Now let's test a few things just on my lonesome. And then I'll test a few things, and that won't be visible, really. Okay, cool. On this test, I don't get the error that I usually get. That's fine. Expected, actually. So now we're creating an okay, so we created a party. I don't know why it took so long. It's a little bit concerning that it took so long. Let's go party. That's client party. I don't know if I'll really be able to get around that unless I create the party initially. So like once I send it, I create the party. That'll at least visually make it look like it's much faster response, like in terms of response. And then if the server messes up, then I can just delete the party, but I don't necessarily want to do that either. I think for now I'll just leave it as is. Leave it as is, and if it really becomes annoying, then I'll change it to make it more visually appealing in terms of timing. All right, so we can create the party. Let's leave the party. Party disbanded. Oh, but I don't do it there yet anymore. But if I stop and then I play, this is just confirming what I already know. I should not be in a party anymore. Yep, no longer in the party. So what I have to do here is back up at remove member. It's just yeah, we do the update party thing here, but we really don't have to, because the only thing I really need to do is this. And the only thing that's really done here is cycling through a few things. Okay. I think I will keep it connected there, because like all this really does is sets it to, it should set it to nil essentially. It would be update party to nil, yep. And then it shouldn't do anything else. So yeah, I think that's fine. Should be fine, should be fine. All right, let's try that again. Again, just testing on my lonesome. Go here, we do the party, we create the party. After like a second, it creates the party, then we leave, we create, we leave, we create. I select myself, and I kick myself, and I leave. Then I create, leave. Awesome. All right. Next is going to be the 2-player test, which is really annoying to show on stream, so I won't do it. I'll just go and do it. 2 players. And if this finally works now, I'll update the transfer leader function, and then I'll basically be done, and I can finally do the server side part, or the multi-server functionality of it, which should be very, very simple actually, because I got this part to work. It's just a communication with messaging service. All right, so over here, this is a new data store, so nobody's in a party. Party invite, this is the thing. Okay, party invite works. Now so if I leave as player 1, which is the, okay, cool. We're gonna party invite again. I'm gonna leave as player 2. Oh, come on. All right, clean up. I have to go into the code one more time for this. Come on, man. All right. Update party data store. Oh, that's if it's less than or equal to 1. Alright. If you are alone... I think what I can do here... I still have to do the update party, and it should be for everyone. Actually, no, it shouldn't. It should not be for everyone because they won't necessarily. They don't need the party ID for identifier information. Only the server needs that. So, it only. Alright, basically update party is causing me problems, so I'm just going to take this part of update party code, which is the important part in this case, and put it up here. I don't need the if statement in this case, this is just going to be nil. And now I can still have this if statement here because I do also want to just return if it's if the party distro members is less than or equal to 1. Oh wait, party distro is updated here already. But this is from before, so will this... I feel like this could change in the future if it doesn't. If it doesn't update now. Alright, so update party data store. Oh, that's the problem. Oof. Oof. Member ID is equal to party ID. This is specifically the leader leaving. Right, okay. Hey, what's going on, Snotty? How do you know I'm a humanoid? Maybe I'm a quadruped or whatever. How do you know that? Life is okay. I kind of wish I was a little bit more ahead with this, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to get it just right, and I'm rapidly approaching there. So what I've been doing for the past like 3 or 4 days has been this, but I've been doing it in a way more complicated way. I made it a lot more basic. This code is only this long because I have a bunch of prints everywhere. And when I say basic, I mean I was trying to use my data store, like the data store module that I'm using for my player. I was trying to use that for the party. I absolutely don't have to do that. Like I don't. Even if I was using data store 2 or profile service, I wouldn't have to do that because it just overcomplicates this process. And this isn't like super important information that needs to be absolutely 100% accurate. If people need to remake their parties, they can remake their parties. It's not a big deal. But now I'm just using basic update, update data store stuff, or update async. That's what it is. Just basic update async when I need to update anything in the data store. And this way, it'll actually be a lot easier for the multi-server thing that I wanted to test today. I'm not having trouble with it actually anymore, luckily. Like before I was having trouble with it because it's like something wasn't working properly. Now everything's working properly. It's just now like whenever I see it, it's not complete. It's just that I have to like add one thing here or there. Like before, it wasn't working properly because of like weird data stores being open at the same time, and I can't access them because of how that module handles data stores. But like the party system doesn't need to be handled like that, so it was completely unnecessary. As long as I use update async, and instead of set async. Set async is the one I cannot use, or rather should not use, because that could lead to problems, apparently. Alright, so the problem here is I set the party to nil a little bit too early. Maybe I could do this instead. I can... Oh, actually no, what I can do is this. There you go. If it was the only person in the group, then just stop there. If it was not, then keep doing all this jazz. Alright, let's see if that worked. Again, it's not really something I can show, or I can, but it's like really annoying to do so. So I'll just do it really quick. Just doing the 2-player test. And again, if this works, I'll go back to working on the... Well, I'll fix the transfer leader thing. Transfer leader should be easy once I get this working. Remove member was the most annoying thing ever. Namely, when you're removing the party leader. But I did say was because it's pretty much done. Party invite. Oh, whoops. Oh, I hope it didn't error out. Shoot, I invited on the wrong player. It didn't error out good. Okay, I have to invite on this player because he has a party right now. Okay. Now if I go into the party and I leave the party... Hey, it works. It works. Just making sure the player 2 is in player 2 party. Party -2. Perfect. Alright. Alright. We're gaming now. Alright, so we're going to leave. I'm going to clean up, and let's really quick do the transfer leader thing. Invite member. Believe it or not, I figured out last night what the main problem was with remove member. The main problem with remove member... let me actually go here. Yeah. The main problem with this this remove member function was actually the accept invite function. I figured out the problem. I fixed it. It's all good. All right, transfer leadership. Here we go. Here we go. All right, new leader table is, yeah, it just contains the information of the player. The thing is, we're taking this from the client. We're taking this from the client, so wouldn't it just be better if under the transfer leader button, which should be right here, if instead of doing the select member thing, honestly, this is kind of fine. It just technically would be more efficient if I sent a number instead of a table, but I could send the table. It makes things flow a bit easier, and and makes people understand what's going on better. All right, that's fine. I don't think I'm gonna end up doing this. Please work. Ooh. Yes, I would love to add more emojis actually. If you have any like hard suggestions on the exact image you want, you can send that. You can either DM me in Discord or send it in the server. I'll take it into advisement, or I can do because I did add. Yeah, I did add the shocked squirrel emote. This, which is, yeah, uh, which could be thought of as "Let's go" as well. That's the only one I added because, yeah, I saw that the squirrel picture in like an image search, and I was like, oh, that's going in the that's going in the channel immediately. But yeah, let's go. Please work. Let me. I'm gonna look that up right now. Actually, let me see if I can find a good picture. I won't add it yet, but please work. We'll figure something out. Oh, yeah, we could just do a crossed fingers thing. I like that actually. I'll probably add the crossed fingers thing, or I'll tell Henry to do it when he gets on later. If he gets on later, I'll tell him to do it. All right. Anyway, what was I test? Oh, I was going to do the transfer leadership thing. We got the new leader table. It's gonna stay a table. Is there any way to really check if this is an actual player or not? I don't really think so. Because I would be like, all right, look up the player based on the user ID, but you can't really do that if the player is not on the server. Yeah, Henry the goat. He does things. He does impressive things. All right, so here's the thing with this. This is copy with new leader is what I'll call it. Or new leader ID is equal to nil, or new leader name is equal to nil. All right. So what we're doing here is we're creating a new table based on the existing party table that we're getting from the server. It's party table at drop settings. Member is equal to new leader ID, new leader name. How about this? So I'm thinking of how people can like abuse this. And the way they can abuse it is if they somehow find a way to inject this code and alter the new leader table. They just add a leader that doesn't exist. But like people can just leave the party then. Like it's not a big deal. I mean, the real issue is I don't want a leader. I don't want non-existing party members and non-existing parties basically in the data store. I think that's as easy as just changing the data store every like month, like on a monthly reset. Just reset the data store somehow. I mean, I know how. Basically, on like a, yeah, I can do that. So every like major update I do, I can do. Write this down. So every major update, I'll just do a party data store reset. And if I figure out a way to avoid saving non-players into a party, then I'll be able to stop doing that. I'll take it into advisement with some other devs. I don't think I need this. In fact, how many times is this used? It's okay. Wait, updated party. Okay, so this is these are like the major changes that have to happen. Oh, come on. Copy with new leader, that's fine. So we get the updated party there, but what happens here? What is this? In updated party members do this could literally just be 3 though. Like it's not, this is fine. Right, we do change this to nil. Update, we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be copy party DS table. It's gonna be updated party. Oh, I'm sorry. No. This has to be nil. Then update party data store table. This one's going to be this is going to be the, where is it? Up here. New leader ID. New leader ID. Okay. Completely useless. Oh, this is what I have to do though. Update party. Updated party members. current player, get player, yep. If current player, then I'm going to do else here because else is kind of important. We can get rid of that. We just have to do the set attribute thing. Set attribute party, new leader ID. Yep, that's fine. Updated party data store is not necessary at all. We just do updated party. Honestly, pretty sure I could just do this. And that was for the old data store situation. Okay. Definitely simplified that a little bit. Just checking update party down here to make sure of... Yeah, we never do that. Okay. Let's test it. So we go into... unfortunately, this is another thing that I have to do. This is in a two-player test, so can't really show it. Okay, so we do party invite, accept. So we've got the party created. I go into party. I say, I don't want to be leader anymore. And I say transfer. Nothing happened. Alright, so right now player 1 is the leader, but player 2 should be the leader now. So let me clean that up and try. I'll look in here. This time I'll put a bunch of prints in here. Let's say print bool, print new leader ID, print new leader name, print player, print new leader table. Alright. And we say print print that, and then print party or player.user ID. We got a bunch of prints now. Now we go down here and print leader transfer complete. All right, now we'll actually see if anything bad happens, or I'll see if anything bad happens. Oh, I will absolutely need you to test things out, but that's going to be like, it's going to be in a little bit. A little bit meaning at least 30 minutes likely, because I have to make the problem is I can't test it out on my own unless I make multiple Roblox accounts. Multiple meaning 3. I need 3 Roblox accounts to test everything that I want to test. All right, so it's still player 1 that's the leader. I didn't actually change the code yet, so this still shouldn't work. So if I highlight, this really just not, that's really annoying. All right, transfer button clicked, but nothing has been updated. That means we go into here. Oh, here's the problem. New leader ID. Attempt to index number with number. What? Oh. Well, that's awkward. All right, I know exactly what's going on then. So up here, this isn't the table. New leader ID. Local new lead ID is equal to number new leader ID. Okay. And then local new leader name is equal to this is going to be kind of awkward. So we've got the table. We need to find so self.parties player.user ID dot members for underscore comma v in members do, I think it can be underscore, if v1 is equal to new leader ID, then new leader name is equal to v2 and I guess I'll have to add new leader. New leader is, don't I already have this somewhere here? New leader is equal to, I could do v3, but I think part of me doesn't want to do that. In fact, I could probably just not include that at all. I can use get player by user ID on the client too, right? I should be able to. I think I should be able to. New lead ID. All right, and this one is just going to be new leader name. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that one. So no longer new leader table. So I should get the ID here. All right, let's try this again. Oh, I'm still in here. Let me clean that up. Trying it again. I think for testing, I'm going to make the boulder transparent because you have to. That's where we have to test on like the bottom part. Anyway, we go there. We go there. This is player 1. So if I go to party, select player 2, transfer. Transfer button clicked. What's the problem? Oh, we got an error. Oh, yikes. Attempt to index nil with number. What? I literally create the table. All right, that's kind of confusing. Also, why is this done? Oh, because active weapon check for a few. Okay, that's fine. Members 1, 2. Okay, yeah, that's actually weird logic on my part. Let me clear that up. I think I understand why it's messing up. So it's running into an issue here. The problem is copy with new leader. So this is the current party table. Party table.members +1. If there's 2 members, this becomes 3. And this is 2. Okay, so here's what I have to do. I have to say all right, updated. Okay, so the members is set here, blank table. Members 1 is leader ID, leader name, okay. Okay. I am going to include that for now, I guess. No, I'm not going to include that, actually. I have a feeling I don't need that anymore. The player. Because as long as I have this, V bracket 1, as long as I have that, then I should be able to get V bracket 3. For I, V in I pairs party table members. Yep, do if V1 is equal to new leader ID, or is not equal to new leader ID, then do that. Well, we can do equal to new leader ID. Then continue end to have it not be as embedded, I guess. Should be fine. Okay. I'm okay with that. Let's go again. Okay. Almost loaded. Whoa, what was that? Yo, what the? Alright, well, this is a server error, right? This has to be a server. Yeah, it's a server error. What? Alright, we're gonna create a new data store because I don't feel like figuring out what error was caused by my... It wasn't this change, it was it was the error that happened before. Some weird thing happened. So let's just change this to... Oh, we're up to 30 now. Oh boy. That reminds me, I have to finish these updates within... How many days? I think there's 90 days before a data store is deleted. I have to finish it before the old data store is deleted because it has information about people's titles. But it'll definitely be done by then. That's literally 3 months. I plan on having this done within the month. In fact, if I could actually have a Christmas event, that would be fine. That would be mighty swell. Alright, so we've got the party. I'm going to go to the party. I'm going to click that player, transfer. I think it worked. No, it definitely did work. Okay. Go over here, party. I mean, there's a problem with the... there's a problem with something on the client here, but looks like it worked. So I'm going to go to player 2, transfer. Nice, nice. Okay, yeah, that worked. Although there's a weird thing going on here. 1 is player 2, 2 is player 1. Why is that going on? So I have a problem here with so I'm in the code. I have to go into client side up here, this. When I transfer, oh, party table 3 does not exist. I see. So this is where we use party table 3. Local current player is equal to self.services. Oh, look, we don't have services. Well, now we do. Services equal to nil. We go here and say, oh, come on. We go here and say self.services is equal to services. Awesome. Then we go over here, self.services.players. Get player by user ID. And this is going to be player table 1. Instead of player table 3, which is only in 2 spots, that's fine. We replace it with the current player. All right. All right. Now that should no longer mess up. I am very interested in... Yo, what? Okay, that was very strange. Very interested in where 3 shows up. It's just setting it equal to it. Like there's no actual use of it anymore. I'm pretty sure I can just remove that now, which will actually ease up some of the other code too. All right, let's try that again. I'm gonna sit down in the meantime while it loads. Give me a sec. All right, I just got a bit of a... I slammed my knee into my table, basically. That's what happened. And now my knee hurts. Great. So we got this error again. Okay, so this is somewhat of a problem. I think I'm just going to remove that player thing now, because it is causing problems on the server side code, which I figured it would. I just wasn't expecting it to be. All right, so copy party table. Where does this actually happen? Oh, I mean, this happens here, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, the only difference between this one and this one is this one has this bottom part here. I'm gonna comment this out. I'm going to comment this whole thing out. And then look for anywhere where it's red and replace it with that. And that should solve the problem. And we can get rid of that. Okay, that's somewhat important still. There's no other place where we're looking for 3, I think. 3. Yeah, we can comment that whole thing out. All right, so before I do anything else here, I'm gonna play normally, like in a way that you guys can actually see, and see if all the party stuff still works for me. Create, awesome. Leave, awesome. Create, awesome. Kick, create. That doesn't cause any problems. Awesome. Right, because the transfer button, I do check to see if it's the same player. I do. I should also check up here though. Transfer leadership. Or player.user ID is equal to new lead ID. Yeah. I don't need parentheses for that. That's fine. Okay. So now we leave. We stop. And I have to check it with 2 players. Now this should be the end of this part, which will bring me into the next part, which is the inter-server stuff. Come on, don't mess up this time. Is there any red that I see? Nope. Cool. I'm kind of surprised there's no party though. Create. That's kind of a problem. There's no error that I see. I mean, other than regular Roblox errors. All right, let me clean up and change the data store again because there might have been another issue that happened when I was messing around with it before. Alpha 31, let's go. And you banned. I don't know what that means, but sure. That's not good for you though. All right, what the hell? All right. Why didn't it pop up there? Whatever. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, they never really left. All right, I'm gonna leave. All right, party invite, accept. I'm gonna kick. What? All right, I pressed the kick button. All right, let's see what happened. I'm actually kind of curious what happened to the data store there. So these tests are weird because the chat can't see anything. And they kind of have to remain that way because I use 2 different screens for the test, so you wouldn't be able to see anything anyway. Unless I could really make them really small, in which case they'd be too small to see anything. All right. Well, that was weird. I have to go back down again to remove member and see really what's going on here. If I'm kicking someone else out, yeah, that'll do it. All right. So this is not where we set attribute to nil. That totally makes sense now. So I'm going to change this to alpha 32 now because I don't feel like just fixing the data store itself. I'll just create a new one. And we're going to change player set attribute party nil to local kicked player is equal to self dot services dot players get player by user ID member ID. Member ID is the player being kicked. So this is why so what happened was I tried to kick another player and I was kicked instead. Like I kicked myself instead, but the other player was like still in the party. Like it was a weird situation. So kicked player has to be the one that has the attribute set to nil. And kicked player has to have, yeah, that totally, okay. Update party data store. So now that I don't have to worry about that, okay. Yep. Swipe it under and the thing is it's gonna be those data stores are deleted after a certain period of time anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's like when you're in a file or like a Blender file, instead of like undoing everything you did, you just delete it and start over. That's basically what I'm doing. All right, so we've got everything in members. So I'm thinking what happens in this case. So you can see the code I'm looking at. I'm looking at this particular piece of code. Table.remove is or should never be put in a for loop, but it breaks right after it's done, so I'm okay with that. The problem is what happens if kicks are like happening. They would never they would happen at the same time. So this particular function could happen at the same time if players leave or are kicked at the same time. Or it would be like first this and that. It should be like it should be something like that. There should be an order to it. They shouldn't actually happen at the same time. That would be kind of messed up, honestly. player check. Underscore comma v in self dot parties party ID dot members do if v1 is equal to member ID, then player check is equal to true, false. Player check is equal to true and okay. Oh, what's going on, Gizmo? Doing okay, just doing something that I've been doing for a week, you know, same old, same old. Alright, so with this update, it should be fine to just use the actual party information here. Yeah. Alright, I already updated the data store, so let's go test it. Yeah, I'm still working on the party system. But that's because, I explained this before, but I was trying to use a data store service that was meant for like a player profile, not a party profile. And that just overcomplicated things, so I had to redo it like 3 times. And then ultimately I was like, or someone let me know that it would actually be a lot easier to just use the base data store, like what Roblox provides. I looked into it, and yeah, it would be significantly better if I just didn't try to create a special party profile. And so that's what I've been doing, and honestly, it's just the better way to do it, so that's how I'm doing it. Sorry, I'm testing things out here. So if I kick, okay, kick worked on the correct player this time, but the leader's party didn't update. I just want to make sure that the data store updated. Oh, wait, no, I fucked this up. Oh, shoot. Pardon my French. Oh, no. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I messed up this data store again. Actually, no, I think the data store is fine. Potentially. Yeah, the data store is fine. Alright, cool. But I do have to fix that piece of code that I'm looking at right now. I need so many things in Blender, it's not even funny. Like, you don't even have to make like full monster stuff, just make me drops or something. Like I could do for some like lollipops or like it literally anything. If you make something in Blender and I think it looks okay, or it would look okay from far back, and it's not too many tries, then I'll use it as a drop. Like, it's honestly. Or if you want to make chairs, you're more than welcome to try to make a chair. You can try to make armor, but like that can become complicated, and it's probably not going to be in the game for a little while. You can make pretty much anything you want in Blender, and I will find a way to bring it into the game. Make some Christmas stuff, actually. You can do that. Like candy canes and Christmas trees. Or again, or you can just make like regular drops that are like for quests. So quest drops. So um, little Sally says hunt crabs. They'll drop keys. You can make a key. All right, so this isn't player.user_ID. It is member ID. It's tearing off my caps lock. Members. Okay, now it should work. Let's see. Low poly, high poly. It really doesn't matter. The thing is, you try to make it as low tries as possible. As for aesthetic, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's low poly just for the aesthetic, then it can only go in specific places. If it's low poly because you want to like reduce the amount of tries, then you can make whatever you want for that because the player is so far away from the screen. Like the player is or the camera is so far away from the player that anything that's low poly for like visual for like basically like a low poly circle can be both something. It can be both a circle that you're trying to reduce the amount of tries on just because you want the game to perform well, or it can be a circle that's clearly like not a circle, that it has like ridges. If you're making it low poly for the purpose of like reducing the impact of the game, then it doesn't matter because you're so far away that you won't be able to tell anyway. If you're making it low poly for the aesthetic, then it'll depend on where it goes, basically. I'm being a little bit over complicated with it, but basically, it doesn't matter. Party invite, accept. All right, we got the party. Now I go into the party. Now I go player 1, kick. Hey, all right. Party invite again, accept. Player 1, transfer. Hey, okay, and I don't have that anymore. I go into party, leave. Hey, okay, all of the buttons now work. I am now finally done with part 1 of 2 of the party system. All right. Or I guess it's part 2 of 3. Part 1 was the actual GUI. Oh, thanks for the raid. Nice. Thanks, Barry B. Scripting is now finally going well. Probably because you raided. Because of the raid, it's going well. No, but really, I just finally got through a what's it called? A hump when it comes to my party system. Next is getting the party system to work with the other servers. So we've got remove member. So this okay. The data store itself is updated. Update party is over here. So party ID, yep, that's fine. for i, v in party dot members. If they're there, if they're not, this is the important part now, and this is what I'm gonna need Snotty's help with. And if Henry it gets on, he can help too. We've got messaging service, update party. This is gonna be overused, honestly. Update party. All right, we go to server. Is this the one? Yeah, I think. Yep. Go to update party. This should be the one that's used most often, honestly. We check to see if the player is here. If the player is there, then well, this will cause an infinite loop, so that can't happen. So let's not do that. This is gonna have to be function self dot. Wait, where's update party? Function self dot. I already have another function for this, don't I? Oh no, this is invited. These can be deleted though. That's gonna be. I'll figure that out when it comes to there. Let's do. Yeah, so creating a new function, self update party. And server, sure, different server, whatever. And this is going to be so it's the player and info. So player if we already got info one I assume is the user ID. 2 is the party. Okay. That's important. Yep. So player and party. Cool. It's going to be a lot of the same stuff, except I don't want to cause a loop. Local party ID is equal to party. What happens if the leader changes though? Oh, party ID is the player's. Okay. Local party ID is equal to player get attribute party. There you go. So that's the party ID. Now, first thing we're going to do is check for change of party leader. If party type party is equal to table and party dot members and party dot members 1 I could do this in a P call actually to probably do this in a P call. If party members 1-1 is not equal to party ID, then player set attributes party and then party ID is equal to this same thing over here. And no, actually here we do player set attribute and also self.parties party ID is equal to nil. And change party ID. And then we do, this is fine here. And then next, we just send the remote. Player, update party. No need to do anything else because this is only for one player. I like that. Okay. So we'll grab that, we'll put it here. This is what happens when you update. Next, what happens when you invite? It'll be, I'll have to do invite, I'll have to do leave. So invite member. I'm inviting a member. The member I'm inviting is in my friends list. They are not on the, they're not in the current server. All right, if it's equal to number, then party invite. All right, so we are sending, in this table, we're sending 3 pieces of information. Basically, the first member, which is going to be the leader in this, well, it's going to be the leader if the party is empty, but it's the person inviting you. Then it's going to be basically the person that we're trying to reach, or their ID, really, and then it's going to be the full party. So party is either going to be blank or it's going to have some things in it. So that goes here up to party invite. All right, player info. Yep, info2 is indeed the party ID, or is indeed the player's ID that you're trying to find. If player I'll have to go through this later, but I think I'm gonna have to put some of these in P calls because it'll be really easy to mess everyone up at the same time. Otherwise, all right, yeah, I'll figure that out. Services players get player by user ID. So let's say if the player is here, then if you have a party ID, then already in party. Already in party is here. So this goes back to the original player that invited. Remote event fire client already in party. Is there already in party here as well? Alright, none of this is important. All of that can be removed. Same thing with this. No longer important. Getting rid of a lot of comments here. Party create party, transfer leadership. Change drop setting is for later. Check block. Already in party. I do have something here. That's just never used. I guess it's because if you invite someone and they are here, invite member. I don't do it here yet. This could probably just be a local function though. Local function already in party. Put this above invite member. Else if where is it? No, oh, here it is. Okay. If type of other player is number, else if it's not a number, if it's an instance. Then if other player get attribute party is not equal to nil, then already in party. And okay. I think I will do self dot already in party. Now that I think about it, because then self dot already in party. And over here we say modules dot module server party dot already in party. This is the what is it? Oh, this is the party invite thing here. So we do player.display name. Or rather, it's this whole thing. This whole thing is info. Invite member. Info1 is the player that's doing the inviting. Info2 is the other player's ID. Info3 is the party. Again, info1 is the player inviting's ID. Info11. Okay. Yeah, info11. Already in party needs the player and the other player's ID, and that's all it needs. So all I'm going to send is info11. And player.userid, or info2, I think, right? Yeah, info2. Info2. So then info1. It's player. If player, then send player nil. Other player ID is info2. Okay, that should work, theoretically. Unfortunately, I don't know how quick this is going to be. We'll only know when we actually test in a bit. Oh yeah, that's for the friend list. That's fine. So this should work. Party invite. I only went through already in party. Let's go through Fire client party invite. Wait, what? Okay, Fire client party invite. Let's make sure it's the same thing. Fire client party invite, and it's the what is it? Party invite. Info1 is the person inviting. Yep. Info3 is the party. Yep. Player. What is this? Party invite. Inviting player information. Party information. Okay. Checking Discord. Checking. Oh, there you are. I like the lollipop. Beautiful. For the lollipop, I'm probably going to make it like... what monster is going to drop the lollipop? Let's see. I'll make mushrooms drop the lollipop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little girl who is crying because her lollipops were stolen, and you have to kill mushrooms until you pick up 5 lollipops. And you can return the 5 lollipops to her. Easy stuff. Easy stuff. Exactly, it'll make people are gonna have to help her. Although I don't think I can actually do that with Roblox figures. How do you make like parents and a child with Roblox figures? Just make them like half the size? Like I don't know. I guess that's exactly what I'm gonna do. All right, next we got remotes, remote event, Fire client. So let me ask you this actually. Is there any way that you can make that lollipop? Let me see let me look at the lollipop again. Is there any way you can take a look at that? I can take a look at that lollipop and is that swirl a texture you created? Or is it actually part of the lollipop? I mean, I guess I can open it up and find out. Because my question is, if I wanted to change the color of the lollipop, would I be able to do that? Based on what I see here, it looks like I won't be able to, but I haven't actually opened the zip file yet. Ooh, I can. I'll have to take a look. Because I'm a big fan of reusing the same assets for different places, or for different quests. You have to collect red lollipops, then you have to collect blue lollipops, then you have to collect green lollipops, then yellow. Crazy stuff. You gotta collect the lollipop infinity gems. Alright, anyway. So this should go accept invite. Now we go back to accept invite. We have the inviting player info, which is the table. Yup. Wait, party member. Oh, okay. This is incorrect. Shoot. Oh no. This is fine. This is fine. Because Bool becomes the leader. Leader table. So it's not necessarily the person that's inviting. It's the leader table. Okay. I'm working on a game called Acorn Adventure that's usually live, so you can try it, but right now it's not live because I had to take it down because the data store is being reset and I'm working on a bunch of things at the same time. So yeah, it's a 2.5D RPG. And I know this is a delayed response, Snotty, but just responding to you now. I think that's what every game dev does, not just Roblox. At least that's what I would hope they do, because that would save space. Okay, so this should be okay. We get the player info one. Is that the player? Party invite. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing up here. Okay, the party invite, info 1, info 3. Info 1 is the Yep, the inviting player information. Info 3 is the party information. So this goes to party invite. Party invite is sorry, it just sends the information to party invite. Then when you press accept invite, let's say you press accept invite and then you have to send it to another server. I press accept invite from one server. Right, then we go get party data store. First, let's assume there is already a party. So get party data store, it equals table, so we do all this stuff. We set the attribute of party. Okay. Leader is up there. I feel like this should be specifically down here. Oh man, I gotta think about like 4 different things at once here. Alright, again. Let's say party data store exists, so let's just ignore this bottom part for now. Party data store exists, but the member that was invited is on a completely different server. So I get the party data store. It is already a table, so check the members in the party data store. If it's greater than 5, then don't do anything else. Otherwise, we're going to set up parties. Oh, wait, we gotta do this other thing. Alright. If, then, else, end is equal to party and then we can do this. Okay. After making these changes, I'm going to have to test it out on just the 2-player thing again, just to make sure nothing messed up. Okay, so this is assuming that a party already exists. Alright, we go down here, player set attribute. So this is the player that accepted. This is after we create the parties thing on the current server. We create we set up the party attribute on the player. Then we update the party leader store, or the party data store. What am I talking about? We update the party data store. Honestly, I don't even have to do this. Alright, and then we update the party members. We update all the party members. And this will send things to everybody. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . we'll send the special update thing here. Alright, I mean, I don't want to look too closely at that because it'll just give me another headache. So we're going to assume that works, and if it doesn't, well, I shouldn't assume it works, actually. Alright, so let's say I accepted the invite, updating the party. Alright, so new party information is sent over here. So this actually will work. The problem is going to be on the client, actually. I'll have to update some things on the client real quick before we test this out. So self update party, yep, that's all good. Alright, and there's nothing else. Alright, now we're going to see what we need to do in the case of the party not existing. Party data store is not a table. Therefore, the party does not exist. We create a new party. And this is just on this server. Yep. Actually, yeah, no, it's fine. New party on this server. Leader ID, leader name, player user ID, player name. If leader is here, set the attribute to party. Oh, let me actually go up here to this. If member party ID that should be fine, honestly. Like, I don't think that would even be possible. I'm thinking of possibilities of, oh, what if people are able to get around the system, and that causes some information overload for my brain, but that's okay. So again, new parties created. Let's go to update party. Oh, actually, yeah. This is what I was thinking. So party ID is equal to player get attribute party. If party members does not equal party ID. Oh, shoot. function self.update party ID. Player party ID. Player get attribute party. If is not equal to party ID, then player set attribute party comma party ID end. Alright, and this is important because I'm going to have to create another thing here, which is already yeah, right under here. It'll be a quick one. So I'm going to copy this, paste here. Change party ID. Change party ID. And all I need here is auto server party. I don't even need to do this first check, I'm pretty sure. I could just do the type. Okay. Alright, so info1 would be, I guess, the player's username, and info2 would be the party ID. Easy as that. Get rid of the self over there. Okay. So this is never actually used, though. I have to figure out when I want to use it. Basically here. If leader, this is for a new party. Then else, let's copy this. Publish async. Change party ID, all caps. Which I haven't actually created yet. Two things in info is going to be a table with two pieces of information. One is going to be the player's user ID, so it'll be leader ID, and the second is going to be the leader ID. So in this case, they're both the same, but in other cases, they might not be the same. So I'm going to copy this and see other situations where I would need to change the user, what's it called, the party ID. So for example, definitely in transfer leadership, obviously. In remove, obviously. In load, there shouldn't be anything here yet. Maybe in the future there will be, but not yet. So self.remove member. So here we're actually changing the ID. So for every new player, here we go. It's going to be a new leader ID V1. There you go. And then we do the update party stuff afterward. Okay, that should be fine. And then I guess just transfer ownership here. Yep, right here. New leader ID V1. And we do the update party down here. That should fix everything afterward.
Hey man, you're banned.
I like talking to bots, even though they don't respond. Let's see. We go. I think the only thing left now is the client side of this. And the client side of this is basically if you are in a server and you have party members that are not in your server, your party members show up gray.
Or this is an awkward thing actually. If you are in a server, how would I even do that? What I would want to do is I'd want to be able to show members of a party if a player in their party is online or just in a different server. But I don't know how to get that because the general situation is not everybody in your party is going to be on your friends list, so you can't actually look up the friends data like that to get like the place they're currently in. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it just gonna have to be like yeah, it might have to be on load. What I'll do is I'll have to create a function here, which is like the online check, or it might be two functions. No, just one function. It would be the function here, which is the online check, and then I'd have to create a subscription here. Basically, you log in, you send, or you publish to all servers saying, hey, if this player is in this server, do X, and the X, or do Y, and the Y that you do is send back to the original player that sent it, send back saying, hey, this player is in the server. And then if a player leaves the server later, you can just send to all servers again saying, hey, this player left the server. So that is 2 functions actually. So function self dot actually that might not have to be here. The player coming in, this might not actually have to be a function here. I think this can just be a remote over here. That reminds me, I have to basically copy this. Party messaging cross server. Yeah, party cross server messaging. Okay, let's hope that's okay. Yeah, we get to update party, accept invite, party invite. Already in party, change party ID. Okay. And the last one's going to be online check, which I'm just going to copy this. Online check. Online check. All right, so the only thing we are doing here is so in this case, player info 1. In this case, we want player info 2. And this is the give me 1 sec, I'll bring the dog in. All right, I'm back. Dog's in his crate. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, coming back to this, info 2 is going to be the player being checked. If player, then this is actually kind of funny because I have to grab, where is it? Where is one of them? Here. It's going to be services. Online check. Oh, no, it's not online check. Online confirmation. Online confirmation. Online check and online confirmation are the same phrase. We'll figure. So this is the online check. So what is it going to be? The first piece of information. So the first part of the info. Let's break it down here. Info is equal to table. 1 is equal to the player checking ID. 2 is equal to player being checked ID. 3 is equal to status, online or offline. We're going to do one of these. I should probably do this for all of these, actually. So it's easier to read it going forward. We'll do it for only this for now. Because if I do it this way, then like with the online or offline thing, then I only need one. It could just be online check instead of online confirmation. So player. Let's do player 1, I guess. Or player checked. If player checked, then we just send it to online check, and then the information we're sending again is info 1, info 2, then true. It'll be a Boolean. As a Boolean. All right, and then local player checking. This is info 1. When something is published from one server, does the subscription from the same server activate? Part of me kind of wishes the answer is no. That seems like a quick one. A very basic one that could be checked pretty easily. I don't really want to do the checking myself right now, so I'll just do this. Quick question. is it? If messaging service is published on server, will it also be procced by that same server in the subscribed function? Let's see if anybody responds. I'm asking a server that has a lot of people that probably don't know the answer to that. But probably a lot of people that also do know the answer to that. Do you know the answer to that, Gizmo, actually? How much do you know about messaging service? So do you know whether if I publish something on one server, will that thing also be checked by the server itself? So like, let's say you have 10 servers. Something from server 1 is published. Will that go through subscribe async of server 1 as well as the other 9 servers? Or will it just go through the other 9 servers? All right, so this guy said only the other servers. All right, so the answer that he gave is no, it will only go through the one server, no, it will only go through the other 9 servers. So I'm going to take that and assume it's correct. And because I'm assuming it's correct, I'm going to do this. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Player checking other players. Mm. Sorry, I'm I'm shit posting right now. Give me a second. All right, so back to here. Maybe I should just create a separate one, but then I don't know what to call it. Oh, online check and online response. Duh. All right. So we do this. We go online response. Online response. Now we can make this go back to just a player because it's kind of bothering me that it wasn't that. We can delete this. Same thing down here. If player, then this will be a remote event. So it'll be remote event fire client player comma, what is it going to be called? Online party member online check. It's so long. And then this is gonna have info. Let's actually make this a table with info 2 and info 3. Discord, checking now. It's beautiful. I love it. Nice, nice. Are they, because like the easiest way to change textures, in my opinion, is actually to make it so that anything that is a different color is a different part. So is this all one part, or do you have it split up into different parts? It's separate. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Very easy. Awesome. All right, yeah, I see it. I see it. I see, I see. This can be removed. Now go to the client, which is here. Yes, okay. Party is equal to module client party dot update online status, which I do not have a function for yet. Well, that's because I didn't do anything for the client when it comes to being online or offline yet. I'm just about to do it now. So let's go first. Let's do function self dot that end, and this is gonna be info. Oh, did I ever actually? I don't think I ever did. If party no. I think it has to be after update party. After update party, I'll do for self dot parties party. Oh, for underscore. Where's underscore? Comma v in self dot parties party ID dot members do. Again, of a bunch of things. So gifts, I could probably use gifts for like a few different things. You're just looking to make like quick, easy little knickknacks, right? Let's see. Can you make like a smartphone? like a small little smartphone? Or just low poly stuff. So, because the biggest thing with a smartphone would be the texture. So never mind. I mean, if yeah, go try to make a smartphone or just a like quick. It'll just that's gonna just be like a one-off drop. Well, not necessarily a one-off drop, but some places will have like probably like. Actually, I don't know if I should even have that. Actually, no. Instead of a smartphone, make like a microchip, like one of those old style microchips. Like make it big and bulky with the little wire, with the things coming out the side. That's what I'm thinking of, right? I think I'm talking microchip, or is it something else? Images. Processor. Yeah, these are old processor, maybe. Oh, microchip. Gross. What are those things? I guess if you look up old processor on like an image search, it's kind of what I'm talking about. Like if you could make something like that, that would be cool. Those will be things that people can collect. Also, something else you could make are like if you could just make like a diamond, and diamonds are low poly by nature because they're diamonds, or just like a crystalline thing that I can change the color and it'll just become like a ruby or a sapphire or whatever. And that will be probably the in-game currency thing. The eye candy. like what he's made so far. He just made like a present, like a box, like a wrapped box, and a lollipop. So s- uh all right. I'll import the models soon. Probably I'll open them in Blender and I'll import them soon. That's probably not going to be today though. That'll probably be when I start working on the NPCs, because they will be. Well, the diamonds are going to be something else, so that might be done before then. Actually, the microchips and the lollipops and the gifts and all that stuff, that's probably not going to be until the NPCs are done. Or until the NPCs are being worked on, because the NPCs are going to have the quests that need those items. All right, again, so for underscore comma v in members do if v self dot services. You know what? Just do this. Just do this. Local current player is equal to, or current PLR services dot players get player by, oh come on, by user ID v1 v1 if current player is equal to nil, then publish async. We're gonna publish two things for the for this thing. Oh, and also I kind of want to move this over here. That way, yeah, the client and the server are next to each other. It's going to be online check. Online check. And it's going to be two pieces of information, the player checking ID and player being checked. So this is player dot user ID. Player being checked is v1. Okay. Theoretically, that should be good. Should be good. All right, now I'm going to be looking at a lot of client-side checks. So update online. Basically, when we do refresh party, party. Oh, this is going to be awkward. Online info is equal to nil. online info is I'll have to check everywhere where I have party. It's gotta be self-initialize. I see. All right. If self.party and self.party.members, then type is equal to table for underscore, actually I comma v in self-party members. It'll just be underscore I comma. Oh no, it will be v. Okay. For I comma v, do if v1 or if self dot services dot players dot get player by user ID, then I don't have to set this to a variable this time, because then all I have to do is say self dot online info. I guess I'll make this a table here. I is equal to true. Wait, no, we can do what we did before. One is online, two is in game, and three is offline. Okay. We're gonna do 1 is equal to online, 2 is equal to in-game, 3 is equal to offline. Okay. Else 3 Alright, so we're going info 2 and info 3. Info 2 is the player being checked. Local player ID is equal to info 1. Local honestly, I don't even need to have this variable. I could just say is equal to player being checked ID info2 is equal to in-game status, or online status, I should say. Online status. For I comma v in self dot party, if self dot party and self dot party dot members, then dot members do if v1 is equal to info 1, then what is it? Self dot online info I is equal to info 2. All right. Man, I really would like to get to the point where I can check some of this stuff, but there's still a little bit more to go. A little bit more is probably a little bit more than I'm. I really like using that phrase. It's more than a little bit. Because then I would have to go into the removing function, right? Yeah, I would have to go into the removing function to figure out how I do that. Oh, I could probably have like a custom kind of removing function where I say, if you leave the game because you press join, then turn some kind of trigger on, and then when you do the player removing, if that trigger is on, then you don't do X, Y, and Z or something like that, or you send it in a different way. Could probably use something like that. We can look into that later. It's probably useful for something else. Alright, so let's actually get into the meat and potatoes of this thing. We say party.members, current player. Where's new frame? Here you go. Else destroy. Otherwise, you destroy the new frame, and I would want to change a few things. No, I mean I can just say it on the stream actually. Yes, Gizmo, except it can be a lot less detailed. Like the pins can literally just be um, like a white background with black little things in it, or like gray little things in it. Like just be an with white background and so not less pins, but like basically because that looks like it has quite a bit of tries just because of the circles for the pins. So like the item itself can be a lot more basic than that. It can literally just be like because like a player is not going to be looking at this on the side really. Um, it can just be like another. I mean, you can send it to me and I'll change it a little bit. These aren't going to be like the most important thing anyway, so it's like it doesn't matter if it's like it doesn't matter if it's pretty low quality. I mean, I'll send the message. Could just be images, white background, and gray circles when looking at it from the top. Alright. Yeah, I'll take a look at that in a little bit. Honestly, the diamond's a little bit more important because that I will be putting in the game soon because I do want the paid currency in the game. Well, it's paid and farmable to a certain extent. I do want that in the game because when I work on quests, those are gonna be part of daily quests. Nice, danke danke, thank you very much. So now what we do. So now, new button and new frame. Oh, whoops. Type label. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, this is fine. So now I'm actually going to go in here, so I will make this a little bit bigger. We go start GUI, party GUI, and party GUI mini. Oh, let's show it. Members. Oh, this is actually going to be in replicated storage. GUI to clone. Party GUI. All right, here's the image. All right, so we got image button, name and type. Oh, this was gonna, okay, right. Image labels, it was gonna be, is it online or offline? Now, name label. This is where we're gonna have some fun with the color. So by default, it's this guy. Let me put this in constants, actually. Colors. Off-white is equal to color 3 dot from RGB. I mean, I could totally just this is going to be dark brown, light brown. This is the green, I'm pretty sure. So I actually can get rid of that. Actually, yeah, that's fine. I already have gray. Dark brown. Let me go into the website really quick. Oh. This is actually going to work? Kind of. And light brown. All right, cool. Local colors is equal to self dot modules dot module shared constants, right? Dot colors. All right, and we're looking for uh, 72, right? Yeah, okay, good. Text color 3 dot text color 3 is equal to colors dot name label. I want this to be do I want it to be as dark as it can be? Yeah, I think I'm going to make this dark brown. Dark brown. Dot text color 3 is equal to colors dot type the same thing, dark brown. Dot text color 3 is equal to colors dot dark brown. What I want to check here too. Okay, they do all have UI strokes as well, so that's cool. Name label dot UI stroke. UI stroke, UI stroke, UI stroke. And this is just color, right? Yeah. So this is just color, color, color. And this I want as light brown. And when we refresh it, these are going to be deleted anyway, so it doesn't matter. But when someone comes in, this is the... Well, that's going to have to be done actually elsewhere, yeah. Well, it's going to be done here, but first I'll have to check it elsewhere. Oh, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Well, all of these are going to be saved now. First, I'm going to go into the game to make sure that nothing broke. It's one of the last things I need to do. But the game does have to come back up soon, so it's not like... Why is this frozen? The thing is I still have to do something for the equipment just to make the equipment basically equipable and unequipable from your equipment GUI. I still have to add some things. I mean, I have to add, essentially create the shop. That should not take too long, though. I already know what I want to include on the shop. There's some new things that I'll be doing, but like it shouldn't be too crazy. Basically, just experience stuff. There's some new things that I haven't done, like implementing like a what's it called? Not VIP, the subscription kind of thing. I need to bring the quests in. If anything, I think the quests would be the longest next thing, but that shouldn't be too long because I don't plan on changing much with that. But yeah, I'm getting there. I did want to do it by this weekend, but unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna happen. I do have to find some kind of job to hold me over because of that. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Very unfortunate. All right. So why is this not working? Let's see. I'm assuming it's not working. Oh, it's not working because I didn't put in these yet. That makes sense. It doesn't tell me what it is erroring out, though, which is a little bit concerning. Change party ID. All right, now it should work, kind of. Hey, look at that. A little on the slow side, but let's make sure there's no errors with the party system. Create. Leave. Create. Kick. Create. Yeah, there's nothing to do there. The pop-up thing works. Cool. Let's just make... I mean, this is definitely going to work because I already know. This is one of the first things I tested because, yep, this thing updates. And I did already test earlier to make sure that updates for everyone. So what's a little bit annoying, actually, is what I noticed here. Yeah, party GUI. I think there might have to be more cell padding. because this is what is going to be here, basically. And if I add a UI stroke to it, that's cool. But if I double this, and I delete this UI stroke, actually that looks fine. For the most part. All right, let's just delete. Oh no. There you go. Delete. Let me move this down here and do this again, where I grab the UI stroke. Just to see. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. That's a good diamond. I'll make it slightly transparent and we'll be off. Those are just going to be like the diamond drops, basically. So the plan is that like 1 diamond is equal to 1 Robux. And when you're farming monsters, they have a chance at dropping diamonds up to up to 10 a day you can drop from monsters, and you can get 10 a day from completing daily quests as well. And then if you have like subscription and if you're a premium, then you can get even more a day. You picking up what I'm putting down? I think what I'll do, I have to actually work everything out like on paper and make it and finalize it, but I think what I'll do is I'll make it so that if you're a premium member, then you can collect an additional 10 from monsters, so you can collect up to 20 a day. And if you're a subscriber, then basically just every day you get an additional 20. So in total, you can collect up to 50 a day. 10 from quests, up to 20 from monsters if you have premium, or 10 from monsters if you don't have premium, and 20 just by logging in. Although the 20 you get from logging in, I think I'll have to send through the... yeah, I mean, I need to make it so that it's... there's like an aspect of quote-unquote pay to win, but I need to make it so that it's also available without it. So 20, basically why getting premium and subscription is worth it, it would be because you get an extra 30 a day, first of all, in addition to like the other stuff you get with it. In terms of like what you can exchange, and then also the stuff that you can exchange with it, I don't want it to be like too crazy. Like it'll be like extra, like obviously drop coupons, experience coupons up, but with that kind of stuff, it would only be up to a certain amount that you could purchase a day. I don't want it to be like an unlimited amount, because then people would just buy it to sell it. Gifts you get the longer you... I like, part of me doesn't want to do something like that, because that's like an advent calendar kind of thing. And I know MapleStory does it. I know a lot of games do it. I think like every single Roblox game does it. But I think that I think it's kind of unnecessary. if you have like other login rewards, it's kind of like, I don't know. Maybe I'll bite the bullet and try to do it once or twice to see. But another thing is I don't know what I would give for something like that. I don't know what I would give for an advent calendar that you wouldn't already be able to get like through other means. I'll figure that kind of stuff out, like that out later. If you have any other ideas on monetization, please let me know, because I have a few ideas, but like I'm totally open to other suggestions. I can't talk. All right, so what I want to try here is something you guys can't see. Oh wait, no. First, let me do UI corner. UI corner. Let's try a 0.5. 0.5 is too much. 0.2. I like 0.2 a lot, so that's what it's going to be. I'm going to delete the UI stroke. We're going to bring this back and make this invisible again. All right, testing on the 2-player test that you guys can't see. Oh shoot. Yeah, I'll be on for another like 10 minutes probably. Unfortunately, it looks like I might not get to the other server test, because there's other things I can test here. Oh wait, let me just leave the party. Actually, let's leave. Okay. Party. Okay. So now what happens if I leave with this guy? Oh, I guess I clean up. I have to clean up because I don't have the player removing thing yet. Oh, it's like it's lagging out. Jeez. All right, let's go in with only one player now. So I'm going in with player 1. Ooh. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to show this instead of. Is that it? No, this is it. Yeah. So this is the test player, and this is actually perfect. So the HP doesn't show up, so that's good. The player shows up like so. Player 2 shows up like that, indicating that they're offline. Now, how does the actual party look? Okay, same thing. So player 2 shows up like that. I know it's hard to see because it's so small. Even on my screen, it's really small, but it shouldn't be as small in the actual live server, unless you play on a tiny screen like that. And then I also want like a green circle and a yellow minus sign and a gray X, I think, to indicate if they're online, in-game, or offline. If they're in-game or offline, they will both will look like this. They'll both have the like the dark text with the lighter outline. And then the way you know if they're online or offline, if they're in-game or offline, is you check the symbol. That's the plan. Okay. I like that. I think the next test I'm only going to be doing with one player, yeah? Yup. So I need, what, a circle? Do I have circle? Ooh, I have circle and line. I don't have an X. I don't think I want an X, though, anymore, because I don't feel like looking for it. So that's what's going to happen. Which one was that? I believe it was the image button. Image button, image label. Okay, image button. That's a new button. Dot image label dot image is equal to. Oh, sorry about that. Local shapes is equal to dot shapes. Image is going to be equal to shapes dot, if you're online, it's going to be a circle. Circle. Image label dot image color, is it? Yeah, image color 3. Image color 3 is equal to colors dot green. Now we go down here, and this is going to be line. And for both of these, I'm going to make it gray for now. And basically what'll happen is, if we get something back here, it'll change it to yellow. Yellow. The names change too, right? Oh, no, they don't. No! Is index used anywhere then? Nope. Alright, well, now it's going to be used. New button dot name is equal to index. New frame dot name is equal to index. And then let's go down here. Sort order name, yep. And then here as well. Frame sort order name. Okay. Good. Now we'll be able to actually find them later on. All right. I do think I'm gonna leave it there for today. I'll keep working on it, but so there is a non-zero chance that I actually do stream on the weekend, because I might need people to actually test this. I would have loved to test it today, but it's going a little bit slower than I wanted it to go. It happens. It happens. Pretty much every time for me it happens, but anyway. So basically, I'm going to try to get this to a serviceable point in the development process so that people can actually test it. Yeah, I'll get it to the point where people can actually test it for me, and then once I get it to the point that people can actually test it, if it's not normal streaming time, then I'm just gonna do other stuff. If it is normal streaming time, then I'll probably get on a stream and yeah, do stuff. Let's go. All right, but for now, made some progress today. Doesn't seem like a lot of progress, but it's definitely progress. Party system's actually working now. Now we just need the cross server part of the system to work, which it should work. It just I need to update some things here and there on the client. That's where we are. That's where I'm going to leave it. I'll see you guys latest is Monday. Have a good weekend, guys. Bye.